Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit Boston, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, Riddle, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Stephen Larson and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it. Make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications.
Yeah.
And we're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers over there. Be sure to check them out. We got bonus content.
We do.
We got a Friendo Care package.
Yeah.
We got a couple new patrons, so they get shout outs. Even at $1, you get a shout out.
Yeah.
Vince Gasm and West Up 916. They must be from the Sacramento.
Sacktown.
There we go. Joe Horace says here in the super chat, says we need a Going In Raw bot shirt.
Fair point.
Hey-oh. Yeah.
Where's the graphic on the Discord where they say it's been 0 days since the last
Oh,
Going
I'm
In Raw
sure
bot?
that's like
I'm sure they did like 5 of them
they
after
probably,
that.
Yeah, they probably were going crazy.
Disaster. There it is.
There
right
it
there.
is.
There it is.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Daryl,
Deserving.
I think his name was Daryl on The Office. I don't know. Craig Robinson. Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he's terrific. He's
hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways, oh my goodness gracious. So it's Friday, as you guys can tell. I would think this would happen on a Monday.
Yeah, you think so.
At some point, though, here's the thing, though. At some point, I started messing around with our Streamlabs. For something, it's funny. I get like a little hair at my butt sometimes for things that kind of don't matter. For example, Streamlabs donations, which we primarily get during pay-per-view live streams, so people can hear Demon Voice and watch the gifts pop up. I changed that to streamlabs.com/Stephen Larson. So if you're watching this during one of our live streams and you want to kick us some money instead of a super chat, you can do it through Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Stephen Larson. Well, prior to me messing around with it, it was Stephen Larson 1, and I hated that little 1 there. So I had to redo it, and I had to import all the Streamlabs scenes. And when I did that, it reverted them back to like ages ago, and I had to fix them all. Well, evidently I didn't fix them enough. And that's what happens. So, yeah.
That one bother you that much, huh?
It did. But now it's fixed.
Yeah.
Now it's the Stephen Larson. It's awesome. So, good for me. Anyway.
Hooray!
Woo! Something nobody uses. Something only people use once a month. Anyways.
A handful of times, once a month.
Yeah, exactly.
But with AEW becoming a more regular thing, that might be more than once a month, certain months, Steve, because they have pay-per-views seemingly quarterly. So there's 4 months of the year, it might be twice a month. And if AAA has a show that month, that could be 3 times a month.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Using Streamlabs.
Oh.
And if New Japan has one of their huge shows and we decide to do it overnight stream, it could be 4 times a month.
I am not going to be here every single weekend. No. No. One time. One lucky promotion gets my time once a month.
Nah, we'll do AEW.
We'll do AEW for sure. Look, we'll do AEW. We do every WWE. We do
NXT takeovers.
The 2 biggest New Japan shows, Dominion and Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah,
we do those. Triple Mania, but that's not overnight. I mean, that's a weekend still.
Yeah, takeovers.
And then takeovers. Yeah. So yeah, we're here a lot.
We are a lot. We work a lot, but it's fun.
I don't call this work, man. Let's see here.
We're in the office a lot.
That is true. We are in the office a lot.
And then we do work at home, too.
I love this place, though, man. This is like a second home to me.
I was telling you, I got a new scheme for guitar setup. If I can get it, I might just bring it over here.
Good. Do it, please. I will help you with whatever you need to, like, soundproof the place or whatever. We'll hang some.
No, I don't need a soundproof because this amp is good. As small as it's purposely made to be like a practice amp.
Yeah.
So it's not too loud.
Cool.
And the recorder's got to plug it in and get the little thing and plug it in there, and that's it.
Boy. People are blowing up about this. Let's talk about AEW, about this Kenny Omega stuff.
That's why I was trying to do a segue earlier, too.
No, it was good. It was good. I decided to derail it because I'm in that mood today. So AEW, we're going to talk about this potential move to 3 hours, even though it's kind of much ado about nothing. And it's kind of an interesting idea. But, man, so we did a news brief yesterday about Kenny Omega's comments.
Oh, man, shooting hard on WWE.
Shooting hard.
Man.
Firmly in character.
Oh, yeah.
I am very curious to know what the setup to that was. Number one, odd place to do like an impromptu interview with Sportskeeda, because the audio, like usually if you're going to do, like you say, hey, man, I got Kenny on the phone.
Well, they said it was.
Oh, did they explain what the setup was?
While Kenny was, because he had a show in Singapore, I think.
Okay.
Or in Taiwan. I know he had shows in both. I remember when this was recorded, and it wasn't someone from Sportskeeda that did it. It's like it was like a mutual friend of someone of Sportskeeda and Kenny. So that individual sat down with Kenny apparently at a restaurant or something, and Sportskeeda sent the mutual friend or the mutual contact the questions to ask.
Oh,
that was
okay.
for all that.
Okay. Huh, that's interesting. So yeah, it was, look, it is interesting. I like that it's generating a lot of conversation. A lot of people are calling us out for giving Seth Rollins the business when he was, I think there's a distinct
There is.
difference.
I mean, the main thing for me was it wasn't so much Seth Rollins. Like from the get-go, we were like, yeah, cheerlead for your company, Seth. Totally cool.
When Seth Rollins first said, we are the best in the world at what we do, and I'm the best wrestler, whatever he said, we were all about it. It's when he started talking crap about Will Ospreay, called him a kid, and then said, let's look at our bank account.
And then when he started calling people who dared criticize how WWE operates nerds.
Yeah.
That was the issue. Cheerlead for your company, but all you want, by all means, yeah.
When the subject turns to let's resent our fans for wanting to know more, that's when I have kind of an issue right there.
Yeah.
Kenny was talking about, he called the salient quote was, see real stars, not developmental stars. And people were either up in arms about that or defending him or whatnot.
I mean, Kenny wasn't quite in the cleaner voice.
Yeah. That was super in character, though. Because, like, literally right before, he was talking crap about John Moxley. So if that dude if he's not, that don't make any sense. So anyways, that did sort of overshadow, though, these comments. So Cody had an interview with IGN.
Yeah.
Of course, the leading gaming streaming site thing.
This is one of them.
They consider themselves the top one. I think just from like, battle of attrition, they've sort of won out.
Yeah, they've won out in that respect.
Because, I mean, seriously, like they are the biggest right now. I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been around forever, yeah.
I can't think of a bigger one. It's not Machinima anymore, that's for sure.
I can think of several ones that might compete, but they're not around anymore.
Exactly. So anyways, looks like AEW's EVP Cody Rhodes is of the opinion that more may actually be better, because he recently spoke on the idea of AEW adding a third hour to Dynamite, which, by the way, they officially announced the name of that yesterday. And then let's see here. Here's what he had to say. Here's the actual quote. He says, we're going to try and present quality over quantity, which is ironic given what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Which means that some guys are going to have some time off, which for the life and well-being of a wrestler is a great thing to hear, that they're not going to be every week putting themselves in a high-profile singles match, that every week they're not going to be in a barn burner tag. It's going to be a very different show each week. We're not going to try and cram everybody on the 2-hour show. There's no participation award here.
But then he says,
it will probably be live for people to stream on Bleacher Report Live.
about the third hour of AEW, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, talking about a third hour of AEW. We have a lot of resources. We want to make sure people can plug into the wrestlers who we signed, who they're fans of. We're going to try and keep everybody busy.
So they want to keep everybody busy, but there's not going to be participation awards. They're going to keep everybody busy, but not everybody's going to be on every week.
That does seem to be a bit contradictory.
A bit.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, is their roster big enough to justify? I mean, it depends. It sort of depends on like how the length of their matches.
Yeah, if they have 20-minute matches consistently.
How ambitious they're going to get with those.
Yeah.
They have a big enough roster to go 2 hours on TV plus the third. Number one, I think the idea of if you are, I've never been a huge fan of like one dark match is fine. Like you bring somebody out to sort of warm the crowd up.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you have the arena for 3 hours and people are paying a bunch of money to go watch your show and you want to give them like a 3-hour show.
Yeah, improve the value proposition for people.
I think that's great. And then if you want to tune in, if you're a big fan, you want to see more, tune into BR Live.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes BR Live a destination because that's where you got to go to watch their pay-per-views anyways.
Yeah. and then if you want to rotate, I mean, it's going to take some logistics, but if you're going to rotate, people who are on that third hour on BR Live, onto the show the following week, and then you can show a clip. Hey, here's what you missed on BR Live. I think that's a terrific idea.
They just can't, if that's the plan. Not that they have to make it completely, entirely consequential, the storylines, but they got to give people a reason to watch. It can't just be here's dark matches presented to you. There should be some storylines going on. Otherwise, there's no reason to really tune in.
Well, I'll give you kind of an example. WWE's main event.
Totally.
Right?
That's what it could be.
If people want to see, so like, Dana Brooke and Sarah Logan.
Had a feud there, yeah.
They had a feud there. There have been other instances where they'll tell these mini stories that are they inconsequential to like mainly what's going on? Maybe, but if I want to see, if I'm a fan of Dana Brooke and Sarah Logan, guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to go to main event. If they decide to keep Private Party, who we both admit is a really good tag team, but they are very green. If they want to build them up, partly on BR Live, then when they show up on TV, it's an even bigger deal.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I mean, I'll put it this way. I believe that AEW, and this is contrary to WWE because WWE literally just wants to collect assets.
Yeah.
AEW, from the first person or from the lowest person on their roster to the top person on their roster, the bosses, the elite, they want those people there. So they're going to do what they can to give them time in front of a crowd to let them build their own brands. And if that's on the TV show or if that's on BR Live, then that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But I firmly believe that they're going to want to give all these people an opportunity to shine because that seems to have been their MO to this point.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So I think it's a really good idea.
So long as the third hour exists somewhere not on TNT. Because I think the three, as we've seen with Raw, even a good Raw feels long.
I know. No, I agree totally. And it should be its own little thing. It's kind of like, I mean, the what we were sort of thinking and hoping, and it's not going to be the case, but we were hoping for like the third hour of SmackDown. You make it kind of a talking smack type thing, the studio show.
With a couple matches tossed in, yeah.
With a couple matches tossed in, with maybe talent, like maybe we'd finally get to see EC3. He
won the 24/7 title in Manila.
Just what, this
past week, like yesterday, and they lost it.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe one of the baby steps.
Yeah.
Boy, talk about the biggest.
Too bad it couldn't have happened on TV, huh?
That's bizarre. It is absolutely, but they'll probably run it.
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah, they do a good job of running,
keeping people updated on that. Yeah. But so I don't know, man. I think it's a good idea because if you have a fan base that if they're not huge on WWE perhaps, and they're like, hey, I do want an alternative, and they view AEW that way, then that's great. Give them a third hour. I agree with you, though. I wouldn't want it on TNT.
It's
I
too
think,
much.
if you make it your own thing on BR Live, what's a good, if you have Dynamite, what happens after Dynamite?
What happens after Dynamite explodes?
Right, yeah.
Cleanup.
The cleanup, okay.
The cleanup, there you go. Yeah.
The cleanup with the cleaner.
The cleanup.
And Kenny Omega can host it.
He's out there. He starts like a set with a bunch of debris and stuff, and he's got his broom out, and he's sweeping up.
Who's coming out next?
Ooh, the fallout from Dynamite is something else.
Yeah, Fallout's probably a better
I guess so.
Fallout, that's good.
Fallout
my
is something else.
Oh my goodness
Here,
gracious.
let's try to make heads and tails of what just happened on our show this week.
I'd watch the crap out of that.
Yeah,
Kenny Omega
show with Kenny Omega,
but completely in
and
character.
he has some clip show aspects to it. Instead of full-on recap packages like a clip show.
That'd be terrific. Look at this, and it's all
with some
him.
musical stingers in between.
And he gets the telestrator. There you go.
Yeah, I want to
look at this move here. I'm gonna steal it.
I can do that move better. That's the reason this person's on Fallout, not in the main event.
They're not ready for TV. Well, what a great idea. If anybody from AEW is watching this, you can totally steal that.
Yeah, steal that.
I'd pay money to watch that.
Let's talk about Vince. Apparently, he really loves NXT now.
Oh.
True or false? True or false? Wednesday was the first episode of NXT Vince has seen in its entirety.
False.
In its entirety.
False. False.
How many has he seen in its entirety?
Okay, wait. Are we including takeovers here?
No.
Oh.
NXT TV.
Are we including the competition show? He probably loved the competition show.
No, we're not including that. We're talking about since Triple H has taken over NXT, how many full episodes of TV has he watched?
Come on, he's had to have seen it.
It's less than 5. Anyways.
No way, man.
Apparently, Vince,
okay, hold on. With full attention or in the background? In the background, I guarantee it's aired many times.
Maybe. But probably been playing on TV in Titan Towers as he walked by.
Does he ever not multitask?
Probably not.
Probably not, huh?
Because that's what. Anyways, let's get to this quote here. So apparently Vince really likes NXT now. At least he loved the debut of NXT on USA because that's what Triple H said during his post-NXT conference call Wednesday following the show. Transcript of this particular quote are from Fightful. This is what Triple H had to say. Steve, you want to do this Triple H voice? It's not that long.
He sent me a few texts after the show. He watched the entire thing. I'm sure he was at the office, probably in a meeting while he was doing it. But he enjoyed it. He loved it. He thought the talent did a hell of a job, and I thought they knocked it out of the park. He was excited. He sent me a massive congratulations after it was over. It was thrilled with the product. It was congratulations, but on all capital letters, so it sounded like he was yelling at me, but very happy.
Congrats. Yeah. Nobody spells out all of congratulations anymore.
No,
it's
it's
congrats. Congrats.
Or just grats.
He sent me a couple of birthday cake emojis.
Yeah. Some party poppers.
Party poppers.
Some horns.
There was one with a volcano and the star in the background.
Couple of glasses of beer cheering. The high five.
There's the moon that's half full and half dark.
And then poo emoji for some reason.
For some reason. I think he was talking about Raw.
So I asked you this in jest before we started rolling. How long till Vince decides that he wants to be involved in this?
Never.
It's so good.
Hey, man, it's doing good. The rating was killer. I don't know if you guys saw News Brief yesterday when we talked about Kenny Omega, but rating was 1.179 million.
Yeah.
Over a million people.
Yeah.
Almost 1.2 million people.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic, man. No, I think as long as it's doing good. Here's what I would actually speculate. Instead of Vince getting his hand, like coming in or calling in and saying, "Oh, you got to do this," I would suggest that maybe Vince would say, "Hey, if you want to maybe try to boost your to boost your production a little bit, here's more of a budget." He might give Triple H more money to give it more of a budget.
I don't know if Triple H would want it though. I think he likes the vibe, the aesthetic of NXT as it exists now. I'm sure budget, especially now they're making $50 million a year just to put on USA, is not an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you never look, man. You can always, if somebody said, "Hey, Steven Larson, here's free money. I like what we're doing here, but I'd take money to add more people, add more this, add more that." Sure, why not? People love money. So yeah, I'm sure. I think he definitely does like the vibe of it right now. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure my point is, I guess Vince might say, "Hey, if the ratings start to decline a little bit, what can I do to help? What resources do you need to bring it back up?"
Oh, then it could be a situation where it's, "Hey, you need more you need more money, more resources. Goldberg versus Matt Riddle, make it happen."
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be a money in terms of here, like
Dad, I'm not really sure
production
that
stuff. I think the production wise, Triple H has NXT kind of where he wants to.
not really sure that I really want to. Oh, it wasn't a suggestion.
If a match that sells itself, you'd be a damn fool not to do it.
Yeah, that might happen.
I mean, Triple H's like, "All right, I'll have Riddle go over in like 90 seconds." What? Do you know how much I gotta pay Goldberg to show up?
Might not be much if I don't. Yeah, it probably would be a bunch to take on Matt Riddle because Goldberg seems to not like Matt Riddle at all. Did you see that little clip of him being interviewed?
I saw
Probably in relation to the MMA
thing about the clip. I didn't actually watch it.
I watched it. Yeah, he's so just condescending about him. He's like, "Who? I don't even know who that is."
Yeah,
he hasn't made much of a name for himself yet.
Goldberg takes himself pretty seriously.
Yeah, he does. He made a lot of money though.
He did make a lot of money.
We got a couple people who ordered that 5th anniversary shirt sticker pack. Should we do our live test?
No, it's not quite ready yet. We'll do it at the end.
Carlos
of the show.
Villalba.
I got the glow in the dark sticker right here in my water.
I got one right. Oh, nope.
Can't see it.
Nope.
Can't see it.
The other way. There it is. Right there.
There you go.
So we got that glow. We got a 5th anniversary at friendomarket.com, a 5th anniversary shirt sticker pack. Carlos Villalba and Nathaniel Washburn just bought some.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.
So at the end of the show, we'll do a test on the glow in the dark sticker. It could go bad, real bad, and that it could just not glow in the dark yet.
Do you think it's gonna just come? Lacey got hers. So you got this one, and then on the other side, I got the glow in the dark one, and those were freaking. They glow.
Good.
I mean, they might not hear because this is that's what happens to
Studio
us.
light, yeah.
That's what happens to us. Yeah.
Anyway, Steve, we got some business to take care of. Let's get to it.
All right. Well, let me go over here.
All right.
And then let me do
That.
this right here.
That.
And then, oh, here we go,
There we
Larson.
go.
That's right. Before we continue, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is a premium men's essentials brand that believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and a simple shopping experience.
Mack Weldon's underwear, socks, shirts, shorts, hoodies, and sweatpants will be the most comfortable you will ever wear. And they even have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial. You know what that means?
Yes.
They keep you from getting stinky. They eliminate odor.
That's right. See, Mack Weldon wants you to be comfortable. So if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it, and they'll still offer you a refund, no questions asked.
I've been wearing this Mack Weldon Pima shirt a lot. I got it on right now. It's super comfortable, but it's also stylish enough for me to wear here to work. And right after I'm done here for the day, I'm going to the gym to get my pump on. This is easily the most versatile shirt I have in my entire wardrobe. I can wear it anywhere.
I got me some Mack Weldon stuff too, Larson. The underwear I got is super comfy, and the entire ordering process was totally easy, and everything was shipped directly to my door. And right now, friendos can get 20% off their first order by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code GOINGINRAW. That's all one word, GOINGINRAW.
Again, that's 20% off your first order by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code GOINGINRAW, all one word. Thank you to Mack Weldon for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code Going In Raw, all one word.
Anyways, Larson, let's talk about some New Japan Pro Wrestling. We got some good news. You know, all this drama between WWE, AEW. You know who didn't care about that? New Japan Pro Wrestling. You know why? Because they're making money, putting on best bouts.
Heck yeah, man.
5-star matches on average.
Yeah, entire G1, all 5-star matches.
G1.
Confirmed, right?
So many 5-star matches.
All 5-star matches.
And now they have a 5-star bank account.
Seemingly.
That's right. New Japan grossed $50 million. This is from the Wrestling Observer newsletter. He knows. During the period from August 1st, 2018 to July 31st, 2019. Is their fiscal period the same as the PWI 500?
It's about a month off, I think.
Right?
I think it's early July.
So that would be the biggest year in its history. It was up 10.8% from last year. New Japan drew 436,000 paid for live attendance during the year, which makes the 6th year in a row live attendance has increased. Profits for New Japan were down from last year, though. Actual profits were not listed, but there was a category Bushiroad reported for sports companies, which means New Japan and their other sports company, Kicks Road, their kickboxing company. In that category, which is dominated by New Japan, profits dropped from $7 million to $5.6 million. The difference with revenue up is that the company made more investments in visual content and in expansion into international markets, United States, Australia, and UK in particular.
There's been some debate about how whether New Japan's expansion strategy into the States specifically has been successful or, you know, the right approach. Nonetheless, at least what they're doing now is working for them.
Yep.
You know, like I think it'd be easy to criticize the early shows, especially like the first 2 Long Beach shows. They could have sold out Long Beach Arena, not the convention center. They could have had 4 times as many people and sold that out easily. And then when they finally got around to feeling like they felt confident they could sell out larger venues, the buzz kind of died down a little bit, and then shortly thereafter, you know, the Elite left, and I don't know if that kind of limited some of the appeal because the Elite wasn't around anymore. But I mean, they're doing great business in Japan. Yeah. They sold out the show in the UK, I think, the Royal Quest show.
They did, yeah. It was like 6,000?
Yeah.
I think it was 6,000, yeah.
Man.
That was crazy. Didn't all like that and Cardiff, I know Cardiff was a smaller venue. It was probably 1,500 or something like that.
I thought I said 35. I could
was
be
it
wrong.
35?
I could be wrong.
Wow, if that's 35, that's impressive. But that sold out also. I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, WWE, because there was that weird report about WWE thinking that New Japan was not selling very well, even though they didn't know about the second ticket broker they had. Yeah. And so, what was going to happen? And then there was like the rugby thing that was going on in Cardiff at the same time. None of it mattered.
No.
It's still, both of them sold out.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So, I mean, from a in-ring perspective, it sounds like G1 this year was one of the best ever.
Sure.
The best Super Juniors was awesome this year. And then the Super J Cup just happened here in the States. They brought that back.
Well, importantly, they do what they've always been really good about doing, and is especially when you look at like Ring of Honor right now, which is having a really tough time. You know, either holding on to people or like loading up their roster with talent. They do seem to be. I mean, even Impact has a better roster at this point by far than Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor seems to be the one company that's sort of the biggest company that's being left out of the talent boom right now. New Japan has done a terrific job of not only building stars for the future, building stars for keeping the stars hot now. And reloading. I mean, you've seen guys like Will Ospreay have a banner year in New Japan, and he's so enthusiastic about the company. He signed like a new 5-year deal with them. You got guys like LP coming in, Robbie Eagles, and they're all sort of becoming the guys who obviously over the next 3 years or so are going to be elevated to that point.
Also, New Japan has maybe the best talent development system in the entire world with the.
I don't think there's even a question.
The dojo and the Young Lions program.
I
mean they do a great job of developing stars.
They really
just
do,
over the last 2 years we've seen Yo and Sho get pretty massively over. Jay White obviously massively over.
Huge.
Had a title run. It's the way they can continually develop new stars is really impressive, and they do a pretty good, like Sonata over the last 3 years. I feel like he's had subtle repackagings at least twice, if not 3 times. He went from
and now he looks like a completely different person than he did like 2 years ago.
I know he's closer to his packaging now is closer to what it was when he pre-LIJ days. Kind of the whole space pirate vibe. So they do a great job of putting on excellent matches, telling interesting stories in a way that's different than how WB approaches storytelling, and continually develop really impressive stars.
A couple people here in chat are talking about the AEW Tag Team Tournament that's coming out. Did you take a look at the brackets, and who do you have?
Well, the semifinal on one side is going to be Dark Order and Best Friends. And then the potential is there because the first round is Young Bucks versus Private Party. I'm expecting Young Bucks to go over there.
Yeah, you would think so.
And then Lucha Brothers against Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Probably Lucha Brothers. So you got to guess Lucha Brothers versus Young Bucks semifinal on that side.
I see. They really seem to be up on the Dark Order.
That gimmick's fallen flat, though.
But I see they book SCU so strong. I see SCU coming out of that first round right there. And I can actually see them going. They're so lame, but I can see SCU going all the way. Not SCU's not lame, Dark Order. Because I have no interest in Dark Order. And then I don't know. I kind of feel like I know. Well, I'm not going to get into that sort of spoiler territory.
I'm surprised LAX is in the tournament.
I know, me too. Have they actually confirmed what they're going to be called? Is it actually what is it?
I don't know.
Pride and Powerful or Proud and whatever that was?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see SCU being the first.
It'd be pretty cool if Private Party pulled the upset in the Young Bucks.
That would be really cool. It's
because we've seen the Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers a lot already. I wonder
how much they're just racking their brains over. How far do we push the bosses?
I know.
Because that's not an easy thing.
I know, and it seems like with the whole Kenny storyline where he's kind of losing his mind, that seems to be a long play to get him back around to the title scene eventually.
What is more likely? The Jurassic Express upsetting Lucha Brothers or Private Party upsetting Young Bucks?
I know the Young Bucks really like Private Party. And you got the specter of LAX out there maybe interfering to cost someone a match.
Yeah, that's true.
It just depends whether that's...
I would think Private Party upsetting Young Bucks would be more likely.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It should be good.
Yeah, I hope so.
I am terrible at picking for tournaments, though. So ever since I was humiliated from King of the Ring.
Ooh.
Anyways.
Ooh. Humiliation. Sheer humiliation. Let's talk about this. Speaking of humiliation, Mike Kanellis has seen his fair share of humiliation lately on WWE television.
I love it.
So, of course, the storyline the Kanellises are in, who is the father of Maria's unborn child, is straight out of the sets of the Maury Povich show.
Of course,
and
great.
so WWE tweeted at
talking about a guy who found his niche.
Oh hell yeah, man! tweeted to the Maury Show, quote, a graphic that read, quote, "Who is the father of Maria's baby?" And as luck would have it, the Maury Show tweeted back, and this is what they had to say: "I've got 2 words for you. Paternity test." Mm-hmm. Let's please make this happen.
I would love for that.
Oh, please.
I'd want it to happen here. Not to take anything away from the live experience being the show. Do it on the Maury Show.
Totally.
Like it not it doesn't have to be an actual. I don't even know if they produce.
I think so. They still have a Twitter account.
Oh, it was Springer. Springer stopped producing
Yes.
like only about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
or maybe a year and a half ago. Yeah, Maury I think is still he's still relevant.
Yeah.
Because who else? Where are you going to get a paternity test done?
I think you have to, like,
If
legally
there's a
have to go on the Maury
dispute
Show to get a
between
paternity test
you
done.
and a potential baby mama, where are you going to get your paternity test? They don't do that at hospitals.
No.
You got to go to Maury.
Yeah, you have to go to Maury.
That's right. Yeah, I'm all about it, man. I think it's great. I think, look,
You got to take the storyline to the logical conclusion.
yeah, when they debuted Mike and Maria Kanellis in the manner they did, with him changing his name to her last name,
Yeah.
with that theme song, what you had was you have to go to the cheesy soap opera daytime stuff like you get. That's where you have to go with the story. Some people completely hate it, and I totally get it. You
Yeah.
tune out, that's fine. I think it's hilarious because I think that Maria is a terrific comedic talent, and Mike Kanellis is so versatile. He could do anything.
Yep.
When you saw their best work on Impact with that wedding stuff,
Oh, that was good.
that was what they're best at, and that's what I want to see more of. I'm totally fine with that. I think it's great. I hope they get Maury Povich for this. I really do.
What percentage? So the paternity test happened. What percentage of men are happy to learn that they're the father on that?
I don't know. However, we've all seen our fair share of little clips from, you're not the father, you are the father. I think most of the time they equate fatherhood with unwanted responsibility because you're too young to be there in the first place. Like, nobody's going to be like, I had a Bama when I was 36.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, I really wanted a kid.
Yeah.
We were happy to do that.
Yeah, ready for the responsibility of being a
If I
parent,
was
yes.
23, man, not a chance.
So my question is, if the norm,
In this case, Mike wants to be the
yes.
father. Yeah.
So the expectation going into a segment like this on the Maury Show is that the guy finds out he's not the father. He's excited about that. He is the father. He's depressed. Yes, invert the expectation where Mike shows up. They do the paternity test,
And Maria would be upset.
Are
perhaps.
the father? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do feel like for a paternity test, isn't this a bit early? I mean, I'm not talking about like scientifically, biologically, which Alex C brought up here. He said, don't you have to wait a little bit longer to actually do a paternity
I
test?
don't know exactly.
I don't know the science
Maria
behind it.
is like 20 weeks, I think I read somewhere.
No clue. My point is, storyline wise, I feel like this should be carried out a little bit longer before we
Yeah.
get to Maury.
Agreed. Agreed.
This should be on a pay-per-view, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, man.
Speaking of more WWE silliness, Roman Reigns versus God Bluth.
Confirmed, Steve. It's not a trick, Steve. It's an animated illusion. The Rapper is reporting that, quote, Paramount announced on Thursday they'll be teaming up with WWE Studios to develop the animated comedy film Rumble, which will star Will Arnett,
Oh, man.
Terry Crews,
What a great cast.
Geraldine Viswanathan. I don't know who she is.
Don't know who that is.
Alongside WWE wrestlers Becky Lynch and Roman Reigns. The Rap continues, quote, the movie is set in a world where monster wrestling is a global sport and monsters are superstar athletes, and adds that the film is set to drop summer of 2020. That's not that far away.
No, man. I think that's great. Absolutely. You think it's going to go like Netflix or something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because didn't WWE Studios just sign a deal with Netflix?
Oh, it could be. Yeah. They got that Big Show thing coming up.
Yeah.
So that's fun. You think Seth is sad that he's not going to be in the... He's like, oh, Becky's in there. Why can't I be in it?
Maybe.
Because you're not going to be the big star. It's going to be Roman.
But Roman's on the cover of the game, not me.
That's fun. I wish they do like cool cartoons. I don't want like comedies and with monsters and stuff. I want like, I don't know, cool stuff with WWE stars. Like the Fiend origin story.
Oh, that'd be good.
But like in an anime way.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Finn Balor, like, I don't know, cooler stuff.
No, I understand that. That'd be
Like the New Day meets Scooby-Doo. Mm-hmm. Didn't WWE did a
They
Scooby-Doo
did a Scooby-Doo
movie?
thing, yeah.
Was the New Day in it?
I don't remember.
I want a New Day
I
adventure.
think John Cena was.
Yeah, he's good.
But I don't know if it was John Cena who actually voiced John Cena.
If that's the case, that's some BS, man.
Oh yeah,
That's garbage.
totally, totally. Anyways, that's cool. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't watch the Scooby-Doo one. I'll take a look at it. I'll see.
Yeah, if it's on
I'm
Netflix,
into
it's easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, if I'm into it. I mean, Bam will probably like it. The kids will like it.
Yeah, totally. Let's answer some questions. Got a couple super chats here. Joe Juarez, we need a going in bot shirt.
WWE has done 2 Scooby-Doo movies.
Didn't they do a Jetsons one too?
Taker was in. That's right.
They did
do
a Jetsons one too.
Yeah.
Villain Alan Black, Sami Callihan called out Simon Miller. Thoughts? That's cool.
Be careful. Simon Miller is super scary. Is this match going to... There's a lot of questions I have here. Number one, is this going to be for the H title?
Yes, that's first and foremost.
Man, the prospect of that nutcase Sami Callihan having the H title, take a look at it and be like, whose stupid face is on this thing? What is that sticker right there? Simon Miller has assured me just recently, over the past 48 hours, that he is looking to get that sticker replaced.
Good.
Confirmed. But will it be in time for his match with Sami Callihan? I don't know. The H title is going. I don't think it's going to be on the line. Sami Callihan apparently was calling out What Culture for them berating Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, though, Sammy. It's a pretty easy target. It's low hanging fruit right there, pal.
Kind of is. What's the lower hanging fruit? Ring of Honor or Impact?
Oh, it's Ring. At this point, it's Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it is Ring of Honor.
It's like Enzo, Ring of Honor, and then Impact.
Yeah.
Impact, man. Impact, you got to give them. They got some chutzpah. They took over Access.
I know.
That was impressive.
They bought Access because they couldn't get a TV deal.
I mean, I'm not sure what their 3-year outlook is like once those loan payments show up. But
great.
Man,
hopefully there's no balloon payment at any point. I got 2 super chats here from AP1, just a Larson head emoji. Thank you.
Yeah.
Chase Hetrick, should this end with an intergender match where Maria's baby pins Mike, or what's the better end? That had to be some long-term booking because you got to do something. I mean, if they want to do like when King Maxwell pinned Rockstar Spud, that's fine, but that's like 2-3 years from now.
They have like a Dominic type storyline where it's like 20 years in the making, and then he turns into Walter.
Mr. Ollie B says 8 to 20 weeks to get a paternity test done. So I guess they're in that window.
All right, well there you go. Oh, what? Jimmy Thomas posted a picture of The Undertaker next to Scooby-Doo, who he tried to put down. Like a dog.
Like a dog.
So Austin says some people do celebrate they are the father because the baby mama was cheating. So he's like,
oh yeah.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Oh yeah, this should have been non-news or a whole news brief. I don't know. Man, Cody Miles posted this in Discord. Man arrested for filming people urinating at Raw.
Ew.
25-year-old Tyler Bollinger is alleged to have filmed multiple, including a cop, apparently.
Ew.
Like that's the face. That's the most nondescript face I've ever seen. You never know who's filming you do a pee-pee. Looks like it's Tyler Bollinger, though. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to hit the Twitter now. Max Zero, with the draft coming up, who would you like to take as your big project to pick from lower to mid-card and to build a main event character? If McIntyre is considered mid-card, he'd be my pick, but he's more upper card. Yeah, McIntyre, that dude is a Universal Champion in waiting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I just noticed that he had that. Why is it that I wake up, my NBA 2K20 video with draft day, my NBA draft, is on live on my Slow Wolfpack NBA channel, and it only had like 110 views. What the hell? I'm a big YouTuber. Why are people not? That should have been 100,000 by now. Why are people not flocking to my NBA 2K20 videos?
Why are you expecting to?
I'm upset.
We're in the midst of large, well-established YouTube channels losing their verification status. Here you are, a new channel, barely up a week, and you expect like top of the line success immediately. You got to put the legwork in.
I'm the future. I am the future.
The future doesn't happen immediately, man.
Sure it does.
You got to build to it.
I am entitled to instant views. Come on now.
You're not entitled to anything.
You know what? I'm gonna tell them where to go.
Yeah, that'd probably help if you want views.
YouTube. Where is it? I don't even know how to get there, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
Where's my stupid channel? Where is it? I don't even know where it is. Read another question. Come on.
All right, I'm looking for one.
I got to do this.
You don't have to do that. Nick Bartlett, if Fox wants ratings for SmackDown, will they let Brock Lesnar still be part-time if he is WB champion? Yeah. Yeah, nothing about that's going to change.
Yeah. Wait, what was the question?
If Fox wants ratings for SmackDown when they let Brock be champion, a part-time champion. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. He'll be on TV and everything. They'll probably give him loads of money. All right, here's this is the name of the channel. Or this is the channel URL. Okay, YouTube.com/channel.
Just put it in chat.
/
Put a link in
Somebody already
description.
did, but this is for VOD.
And put the link in the description. Say links in the description.
Uppercase U,
my
uppercase
God.
C, uppercase H, an I or an L. I don't know what it
John
is.
Ortolaza, fantasy book Superhuman's debut in WWE or AEW. It's a match against Joey Janela in AEW.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it's got to be.
Put him on 205.
Yeah.
And just like the dude doesn't know how to actually wrestle.
I know. He's just taking bumps all over the
Like
place.
he's in there with Jack Gallagher, and he tries to jump on his umbrella or something like that. Look at this. It's only got 217 views. Are you kidding me? How do I only have 441 subs? This is an embarrassment.
Rich Hardesty says NWO Cena says his YouTube time is now. He's talking about you.
It is. It is. Look at all the work I put into this channel. Got 2 videos up. 217 views. Are you kidding me?
Sean Holver, how long do you think Jericho will hold the AEW title, and who do you think he drops it to? I don't think he drops it at Full Gear. No, it's probably going to be Double or Nothing 2 at the soonest, because that'll give Kenny enough time, hopefully, to come back around. It might be at all out 2 or all in 3, whatever the heck they're going to call it.
How long do you think Jericho will hold the AEW title?
I think it's going to be a little while.
So he's got Cody next. That's a win.
That's a win.
And then, so that's a Full Gear. We don't know what's past Full Gear.
I would suspect something President's Day weekend.
And that is in
February.
And then Double or Nothing is in
Memorial Day, end of May.
Okay, so that's probably going to be the thing. You're probably right about that. I could see Double or Nothing being the next Double or Nothing.
Yeah. PB Samurai, who will win the first battle of the Wednesday Night Wars, and what will that be? I'd expect AEW to maybe pull out ahead on its debut. The real question is who's going to be ahead a month from then, 2 months from then, 6 months from then.
Yeah,
who can build an audience and then retain it.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me ask you this. What do you think between the two of them is a real alternative, whatever that means in your head, whatever that means, to WWE? Because AEW looks more like WWE than NXT does.
I know.
And Meltzer made a good point in the newsletter. He didn't have any actual speculation on it. He just said it's going to be interesting to see what are people going to be more into 6 months from now. Because in my opinion, NXT has a more wrestling-centric roster.
Yeah.
They can put on better matches. We've seen that at TakeOver. They can put on better matches. They also have the talent there in NXT UK at their disposal, which is, again, there are some top flight talents there. We've seen this in NXT this past week.
I think we don't really know what AEW's TV is really going to look like yet on a weekly basis.
We have a good idea.
I mean, I'm not talking about from a production standpoint. I'm talking about how they're going to tell stories on a weekly basis. That we don't know yet.
The superficialities of AEW, I mean, I'm speculating here. I'm speculating that storytelling, they're going to be on point. They're going to be on point. If they do cheesy stuff, they're going to get into trouble if they try to do cheesy stuff like Kenny Omega going insane. I've only seen a little bit of that on Being the Elite or whatever it's been on. That's kind of cheesy. But I don't know. If they look at AEW and say, well, I can get this with bigger stars on WWE, then NXT might be a more viable alternative.
Oh, yeah, completely.
Depending on what they want.
That's what I mean. I think NXT, in terms of how they tell stories, is different from the main roster, but at the same time, it's still under the WWE umbrella. So whether it's vastly different or not, the perception as well is still part of WWE.
I wonder if they're all just going to, my speculation on this is that both NXT and AEW, they're going to both kind of land around the million viewer. I don't think it's going to be like a big, it's going to be, going back and forth a lot. I think it'll probably, AEW will pop when they're able to steal some big name away from WWE.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably just sink back to where it is.
Back to the mean.
Because if you think about it, man, when wrestling was hot in the Attitude Era and you had all those people watching, what was the main reason? We both know what it was. It was because they had Stone Cold Steve Austin and they had The Rock. They had next level talent that people would tune in to see doing crazy stuff. Nobody has that now.
No.
Will AEW be able to build anybody to that level? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
WWE hasn't been able to.
No. Black Mega Man, do you think there's any chance of both AEW and NXT having the women's title match main eventing in 2 weeks? Probably not. I think for NXT, the main event will be the championship match between Adam Cole and the winner of Matt Riddle and Killian Dane. And then for AEW, I'm guessing it's probably going to be the Jericho and Mystery Partners against Kenny and the Young Bucks. Probably be the main event of TV. I would think.
I think that you're definitely right about the AEW main event, more so than probably the NXT main event. I don't know that that's. I mean, you might be right about that. You might be right about that. Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle certainly is a big deal. It's sort of less for Killian Dane.
But it's also the title, generally speaking.
Yeah, sure.
It's not always. They've had the title not main event takeovers.
But it also wouldn't surprise me if they put...
Especially if Ciampa comes out.
What is it, Shayna versus Candice? Given the reaction to that, to the women's match, it wouldn't surprise me if they put Candice versus Shayna on, and then the next week put Adam Cole on. I mean, that's 2 big title matches.
Yeah, I thought they already announced. that the title match is going to happen on the 2nd.
The Adam Cole one?
Yeah,
They did?
Yeah, they said the winner of the Killian Dane Matt Riddle street fight gets a title shot the following week. Pretty sure they mentioned that. W.S. Fletcher, where is the next 4 Lights episode? And he also says, I got you with the Slow Wolf episode, Steve, but Shaq with the first pick?
Oh, man. Are you kidding me?
Dominant.
You're Shaqton.
You're dominant.
Shaqton. Should pick Jordan or LeBron.
I don't need any, though. I've got Tracy McGrady.
Rich Hardesty. What do you think the future is for the women's tag titles after the brand split is making the rosters more definitive? That's a good question. They'll probably just end up going to Raw, I would guess. But I hope.
Wait, what's the question?
What's the future of the women's tag titles after the hard brand split?
I think it's going to be... I don't know. I mean, if they keep them... If I don't know. Either they're going to keep them as sort of floating titles. I mean, you got Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo there in NXT as a tag team. I mean, you potentially have Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. I mean, they have a lot of talent signed in NXT in the women's division.
Yeah.
It sort of stands to reason they might pair off some of them.
Entirely possible.
If they integrate them into the tag
Devil
division.
Kazuya says here in chat that the Elite tag match is main eventing the first episode of TV. I guess that was confirmed in the latest Road to episode.
When was the Adam Cole? Would you remember hearing that in the TV thing? On TV?
It wasn't on TV. It was the stuff afterwards when because they announced the street fight, the rematch the following week, and I thought it was announced the winner of that would get a title shot, and I thought
Yeah, I remember. I know the title shot thing.
they was gonna be on the October 2nd episode. So we'll see. More questions.
Let's see here.
Blake Elizondo has a good idea. AEW third hour should be called Aftershock, or if it's a
Aftershock.
talk show, call it War Room, because the Wednesday Night Wars. That's cool.
War Room. Oh, I like War Room.
Yeah, War Room's
Oh, that's
good.
a good idea.
Lord Ziffer, have we seen the unfortunate end of Buddy Murphy's push? We all know it was an accident in the first place, but he is great in the ring. How would you guys feel? How would you guys get him back on TV? Nakamura feud, possibly?
No, man. So him and Aleister Black have had dark matches. So you want the next guy to pick a fight with Aleister Black?
Make it Buddy Murphy.
Might be Buddy Murphy.
That'd be good. Apparently,
So-
they had some really good matches on the NXT house show circuit. Mr. Triple Mania, Juan Guerrero Jr., other than CM Punk never main eventing a WrestleMania, what do you each of you think is one of the greatest injustices in wrestling?
Oh, wow. Boy, there's a lot of them. Bret Hart not being able to keep his title at WrestleMania 9. That's got to be number one, right? It's
got to be up
I mean, that's even further up than the Montreal screw job, because I still think that Vince did what Vince had to do there. But man, Hulk Hogan coming in just to pop for 2 months while he was still there. That's a big one. Luger not beating Yokozuna for the title.
I'm going to say Finn Balor unfortunately getting hurt in his match for the Universal Championship and not getting a decent title reign.
Yeah. Cruel twist of fate.
It is. So they set him up to be a huge star potentially.
Oh, yeah. Although I guess wouldn't he have just been like, wasn't the rumor that he was just going to end up getting squashed by Brock?
Yeah, but still he would have had a several month long title reign.
Yeah.
Instead of getting hurt and having a 1-day title reign.
Stuart Lee. I love all your PS4 game content, dudes. What were your go-to games of the 8-bit and 16-bit generations?
Oh, so we can't talk N64 games.
Nope.
So we're talking like Atari.
Well,
Asteroids.
16-bit is to Super Nintendo.
Yeah. It would be like for Atari stuff. It'd be Asteroid. I loved Asteroid.
So I never had an Atari, but I did have a Commodore 64. And my go-to there was Battlezone, and like Summer Games and Pitfall.
I had a Star Trek game on my Commodore 64. We used to play all the time. Never got
a text-based game, or was there graphics?
Kind of, yeah. There was graphics, but it was largely
a lot of them. I love those text-based games. They were fun.
Yeah.
On Nintendo, the original Nintendo, I was firmly a Blades of Steel guy.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Blades.
Yeah, Blades of Steel was good. I liked Nintendo's ice hockey. That was fun. Some of the early baseball games like RBI Baseball, Baseball Stars. I like Legend of Zelda, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Beat that game. It's one of the few games I ever beat back then.
Yeah.
16. I never really played. Oh, if you're talking 16-bit, that's Sega Genesis. That's NHL 95 all day.
Yeah,
that game's awesome.
You're a big fan of that.
I would sit there in my room for 2 or 3 straight days and play an entire season.
That's awesome. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna say, so like I had a Super Nintendo, but I didn't really use it that much. Like I liked Mortal Kombat, but I always sucked at it. I did have a Game Gear, which I really enjoyed, and I just liked playing Sonic. Sonic was a lot of fun, but I sort of tuned out at that point, and then didn't tune back in until the N64.
Yeah.
And even then it was like WCW, NWO World Tour, and well, no, I guess there was a couple games there that I liked. So yeah. Let's see, any other questions here?
Rebecca English has a huge injustice. Booker T losing to Triple H at WrestleMania.
Oh man, that might be like number one.
Yeah, that might be number one.
That might be number one. Aaron Sandlin. Back in the 90s, fans always had dream matches between WCW and WWF. What would be some of your dream matches between NXT and AEW? Right now, NXT, AEW, it's got to be Kenny versus Adam Cole, right? That's got to be tops. And then, are there any tag teams? See, AEW's tag team division is killer. Are there any tag teams?
Well, any of the top ones against Redragon.
Against Redragon, that's right.
Although I'm guessing Young Bucks and Redragon probably have had matches, but Young Bucks versus Street Profits would be
That's what I was about to say.
Or Lucha Brothers or LAX.
Especially at this point with Street Profits, they're so far well along, you know? That'd be good. That'd be really good. Yeah, those are all good answers. Who would you want to see Awesome Kong face off against? Man, Awesome Kong versus like Shayna.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
That'd be great. What about... Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle against top of the men's roster there. There's so many. Alex C says that 8-foot guy versus Marco Stunt.
I remember seeing that dude's picture. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, he's huge.
Is that guy standing on like several crates or something?
Yeah.
Because he's like in the background. His head's like almost out of the frame.
Joe Juarez says Kenny versus...
find me the tallest human alive.
Kenny versus Cole was supposed to happen in New Japan, but then Cole left. Yeah, and then Cody Rhodes took that spot in the story.
That's right.
It's supposed to be Adam Cole kind of starting the end
Civil
of the
War.
Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me the tallest person alive.
Devil Kazuya says Moxley versus Seth Rollins.
Man, what a dream match that is.
Wow, we've never seen that before. Patrick Sparks says Candice LeRae versus Riho. That'd be cool.
That's good.
Riho versus Lo Shirai.
How about Io Shirai versus Low Shirai?
That'd be great.
Oh,
That'd be
man. Anyways. Oh, boy. Anyways, that's good for the show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We
Yes, thank
do
you.
appreciate it. We got some fun content coming up this weekend.
You got to go hit the lights. See if this
Oh,
glows in the
man.
dark.
I'm glad you remember that. Okay, here we go. We're going to try this.
Oh, we got one more super chat.
You guys were talking in a previous show about a dog's place and it being an authority member. Can we get a Baron interaction with said dog authority? Well, you be dog. You're better at dog than I am.
All right.
Hey, I've got a bone to pick with you. Whoa, hold on a second. I'm king of the ring, and that little short guy stomped my crown, dog. Can I get new crown? That's ridiculous. Ugh, can't believe I just got punked out by a dog. All right, okay, I'm leaving now. Dogs always hit.
All right, let's see if this glows in the dark. I don't know if it'll be entirely dark in here. Here, I got to turn the brightness down my monitor.
Oh, wow. It's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark. Let's see. No.
No dark. There's no glow in there.
Maybe it's got to get more light first.
Now we look like assholes.
Still a cool looking sticker. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll just end the show in the dark.
Sounds good.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Where's the thing?